In this video, we want to go ahead and continue with our box. So as we purchase and we grab the weapon, and of course it's on the 1911, but as you can see, it's still attached to the box, it's still having its location set, and we're not able to really do anything. So it's, down there, it despawns, but we can still switch to it and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna work on in this video. So if we head over to our grab weapon function, we call give player weapon. Now, the problem with this is we are giving them the selected weapon. Well, the selected weapon is just a pointer to a, where is it? A weapon in this T array right here. So when we give the player the weapon, they're not the owner of it or anything like that. And anything we do to the weapon in the box, such as when it gets hidden, it's also going to, you know, it's going to, what do you call it? It's going to be like hidden in the player's hands, even if we attach it to the player's hands and that kind of thing. So that's what we really need to work on. So what we're going to be doing is spawning a separate weapon based off of the class of selected weapon and giving that to the player instead. That way it allows to set the owner and stuff like that to the using player and all that kind of stuff to allow us to actually shoot. Because as you can see, we go based off of the owner of the weapon when we go to fire. So under grab weapon, what we're going to do here is if a weapon base weapon equals get world on actor a weapon base selected weapon static class like so, and then we have some parameters. So if we go and look at our wall weapon, that's fine where we purchase it. So we spawn the weapon and then we give that weapon to the player. So we're doing literally the exact same thing here. So we're going to have our spawn parameters. So above it like so. However, the owner is going to be the using player. Spawn the weapon. We need to make sure we give it the parameter of the spawn params. Well, the information of the spawn parameters. And then we're going to set the weapon to be given to the player. And then from there, what we want to happen is we want it to pretty much stop the box interaction. So we're going to just right off the bat call box interaction finished. So box interaction finished, like so, and compile. And close down the editor. Again, we're not focusing on the replication portion of this very much just yet. Right now we're focusing more on getting it to work even on the server. Ready? Press play. Buy the box. Buy the STG. Or we have some issues. I think it's, let's see. I feel like that's not how you get the static class. I just sworn that was how it's set up. So let's just look through the list real quick. just try to get class. I thought static class would have done the same thing. There we go. Let's give it a try. Well, they both work. However, they're both 1911s, so let's get another one. Have the M1. Have the M1 carbine in the 1911. So we need to fix that bug with the location up there. Now it's auto closing. So we need to fix some things. So one thing is when we call box interaction finished, the current, where's the variable at? The current location is not set where it should be, so we need to set it to the bottom. So we're going to do that right here. So current location equals bottom location. So I also want to do it. I also want to go ahead and call refresh purchase. Again, this is on the server. Box interaction finished. Calls it already, so never mind. And I think that's pretty much it. Could call hide all weapons, which does. Alright, so let's just see what happens here. Alright, buy the box. And of course it's another 1911. Buy it again. Weapons go up like they're supposed to. Got the M1. Not sure why it opened the box when I shot it. And it just auto closed then. Just auto closed again. So there is some bugs going on. I have a feeling it's related to timers. So just to be safe, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to clear all the timers just to be on the safe side. Have lower, raise, and cycle weapons. Actually, I think it's related to T-box finished. Do as a check here, I want to do check if B can use box is true, then it's not going to run whatever's in here. Better yet, let's just move this to the header with the rest of them. T-box finished. I think that's what was causing the issue. Should be happy. This timer, so T-box finish is now cleared out. And I'm going to go ahead and compile because I think that should fix that weird little issue with the box randomly kind of closing and finishing on us early, as well as after the box, it's playing the closing animation even though the box is no longer in use because this timer was still running, calling box interaction finished after, we finished it. Now let's give it a look. And of course, it's a 1911. See, I have two different ones. Let's buy it again. STG. Semi and full auto. Alright, we have another STG. I want to try to get the M1 carbine. Replace it with the full one. Yeah, good enough. We know the M1 carbine works anyways, so we now have our box working. So that is good news for us. So we'll go ahead and stop it here because we have it, functional on the server. And the next thing we need to do is get it, well, client. Quick little test on the client just to see roughly where we're at. I know there's some replication issues, which is we're not going to see the option to purchase the or to grab the weapon, but we can still press F and grab it. Purchase it again. Try to get a different one. M1. And that's all working. The only issue we have here is the replication of, we need to kind of trigger a replicated event when the player or even the server actually grabs the weapon out of the box. So when that happens, we want an event to fire that pretty much just simply calls box interaction finished, and it should handle everything from there, from the way we have it set up. So that, and we need to replicate using player, and I think we should be just about good to go in terms of functionality on both the client and the server. So, as always, if you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, there's a link to my Patreon in the description. And if you have any questions or anything like that, you can also find a link to my Discord server down there. So, as usual, I will see you in the next one.